All right, you're on. You can talk whenever you want.
All right, let me find. So, not that it matters, but just out of information on some of these, just to pick your brain, just to see if there are reasons for things or if it's just weaving style, if it's just warping style, whatever that is. So Garrett does this big to-do about measuring your loom, which I did, from the breast beam to 12 inches past the harness frame. And then she ties onto the guide string at that measurement, but then she also does a very tight tie around the warp at that place.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't understand why.
It's what we're using the clips for, those plastic clips. It's to hold all the warp threads together so that when you're pulling out and you're going through the reed and you're going through the heddles, so you're not pulling them beyond that point.
So how do you, is that the tie that you do up there just as a guesstimate? You
Yeah,
do that
yeah,
tie
I-
up between C and D
Right.
just as a guesstimate?
Right. I have never measured.
Okay,
But,
but it is the same thing?
it's the same thing.
Cool,
Right?
okay, that helps.
It's to give you enough length to get through the reed, get through the heddles, and to tie onto the apron bar of the warp beam.
Okay, well, it didn't go all the way to the warp beam. My measurement, if it went 12 inches past the harness, it wasn't quite to the back beam.
You don't have to go to the back beam.
That's right, because you bring your apron
you bring
string
your apron
forward.
bar forward.
Cool,
yeah.
okay, now I'm completely, so what you do as an alternative is use our clippies.
Right.
Okay.
No, I tie first, but then I also use the clips because often you can't tie tight enough
Okay.
to hold them all together.
Okay, all right, great. All right, now, the guide strings, it's not that big of a deal, but there were all kinds of different versions of the guide strings.
I've never used it.
Well, that's what that is.
Oh, the guide string,
Mhm,
okay.
Or guide thread, whatever,
Oh,
what do you
okay.
call it?
I don't know, doesn't she use something in the middle of the warp? as she's
She
winding?
takes hers off, I think she takes hers off and keeps it on, for some reason, she leaves her guide
that's what-
string
yeah,
on.
that's right, yeah.
And takes it to the loom, and
Yeah,
I don't,
yeah,
that's
I
like an
don't-
umbilical cord, I don't understand that
I've
one.
never done that.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's a separate entity for
I-
you,
I leave
okay,
the-
cool. Okay, that takes care of that one.
Because if you ever broke a warp thread and you wanted to do a replacement, you've got that measurement, you leave it up there on the warping board until your project is finished. So if you ever need a replacement warp thread, you've got sort of
To
a
come back
guide.
and do an individual
Yeah,
thread.
right.
Okay, now, this Garrett, no, Chandler, thank you. Chandler makes the cross between A and B. Moses and and Garrett make the cross between B and C like you do.
Okay.
Is there a reason why or why not? Just again, picking
Well,
your
they
brain.
don't have this peg over here.
Right, but they're starting, this is their A.
Okay.
This is their
Well,
A.
they could have done the.
That's what I'm saying. They could have done between B and C, but they did not. She did not. She did the, let me see what I've got here. Here. Yeah, well, she does, and this one is crazy. She does her lease sticks on
The warping.
the
frame?
warping frame. She doesn't tie anything. She doesn't do a tie. She just inserts the lease sticks right there while it's on that.
You could do that. But if you have more than one chain, what are you going to do?
Oh, you mean like if you have if multiple chains would
Multiple
be.
chains,
Mhm. I don't know the answer to that. You'd
so-
still have to tie those.
yeah.
Okay.
So
All right. Well, just the curiosity.
I can see that would be efficient if you had
Saves
only
it.
if you only
Saves-
had one
Like
chain.
for us for this,
Yeah.
we could do that. But yeah. Okay. Now, the counting string was different in the different methods, but that wasn't any big to do, I don't think. That wasn't, they just did, some of them did individual counting strings and threw the string ends down so you counted but I think it's much more efficient to do it your way, to do a longer string to begin with.
Okay.
Now, she reuses, she just keeps her strings, she ties them in such a way that she just keeps those counting strings and recycles them. But yeah,
Well,
it's no big deal.
I don't know.
I don't know how you could untie them and do all that, so that's just kind of a mess.
Because when you're slaying the reed, you're cutting those.
Yeah,
Those
I don't
counting,
know how
those
you,
counting strings.
yeah. So, okay, and then all right. Tying the cross. Two of them did it pretty much like you do, but Chandler ties it 5 different places. She does one at the cross, and then she does 4 others to hold it in place so it doesn't go.
Yeah, this would
She's-
make it a little bit quicker when you're putting the least sticks through, because we're picking up and we're sort of manipulating this big thick thread here in the middle to make sure you've got all the ones that are up.
That might be a good plan.
Yeah, that could be a good plan.
Okay, I might try that
Yeah.
one.
You wouldn't have to be real careful about it. Just a quick tie. Yeah.
It's right around
then you can
the
get-
pegs.
Yeah, and you can get the
So,
sticks in.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that then. This is the one you can see that's the end of hers. So
Right.
she's got the AB instead of the CD. Is there any reason?
No, I don't.
Does it matter?
It would work either way. It works either way.
This way you
just,
don't have a long piece.
Yeah, I like the long piece because you can use that to get through
Start.
get through the reed. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But
Okay.
I think that might be a good idea.
Okay. So I think I'll try that this time maybe.
Yeah.
Because that is a big to do.
Yeah.
Okay, now, let me see. The choke ties, which we don't need that many of them on a 3-meter piece.
Right.
But when you have a longer piece, they don't really give you a whole lot of information about that. They just say put some on there. Is there any?
No, there's no rule about how many you should have per number of feet or anything
Except the
like.
one that you do up where she's saying it's the bundle ties. That one you do make sure you get,
Yeah.
because that's a real tight one.
Right.
Okay. All right, and then one of them did what I think you do, and they tied a bow knot to the end of their chain to that bundle tie.
At the very very end. Yeah.
Okay.
At the very end.
Okay, and then the chain, 2 of them cut at X and at A. And then you're left with these ends. Is there a reason why you don't cut it off?
That's too risky. In my mind, that's too risky to have all of those loose ends.
Okay. Okay.
I don't want to do any cutting until it's on.
I like your way of thinking. Okay, I just was wondering as I was reading through that, and they were saying, like this one says, hold your breath, go ahead and do it. And I'm thinking, no, I don't. Okay, now, here's the pièce de resistance. For slow learners, such as myself.
This is chaining.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's an alternate version.
Oh.
Gird your loins.
Okay.
Okay, so
Ooh.
this person slips the loop off. Instead of having the thing where you're flopping it over your hand, she just starts with the very end, grabs a hold, and starts making the loop. I would love to try that. If you think it's okay.
Yeah, it's got to be. It's.
It is the same thing that you're doing.
Yeah,
It's just a different
yeah.
start.
I could just see if you were using something that's really clingy, like wool or alpaca, that this could sort of knot up, and when you come to the end of your warp, you're going to have sort of a big knot there, and you might have to.
Because it's going to twist as it goes. Is that what you're thinking?
Well, I don't know exactly what it's going to do, but
Is it worth a shot?
sure, yeah, because with the real slippery stuff like you're going to be using the mercerized cotton, it's slippery. I don't see a problem, but I could see a potential problem with a sticky fiber.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
But yeah, if that works, fine.
Okay.
If it doesn't, you're going to get that start. You know, it'll come to you, and it'll just be automatic.
I think so. And
Yeah.
as I was reading all of these, it actually helped to read 3 different versions because you kind of got the idea of
There's
the
not
fact
one. There's not just one.
there are multiple
right
roads
way.
to get to
There's not
to
there's not
your
one right way,
destination.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Which is why it's interesting to have you and Tim as well, because you approach it a little
Yeah,
bit
we do
differently.
it different.
Yeah. Okay. All done.
So, what is your project going to be?
Well, I would like to do what Karen's doing with the 3 meters, 10 inches long, 10 inches wide.
Okay.
So we're looking at 123.
Right.
And you always...
You're going to use that same pattern. You're going to use the same pattern
that I've
we've
been
we've
using. I think I better do that because then I'm going to go from that into the serious. Once I get this one
Okay.
done, I need to get, in order to get a couple of tea towels done before Christmas, I kind of need to get moving. And that is going to be, I don't know how many bouts I'm going to have on that. That's going to be huge, isn't it? It's going to be multiple times slaying the reed.
You're doing more than one thread per
It's going to be 2 threads per reed, per dent,
Okay.
and then almost the full width.
How wide is it?
It'll be fine.
They're like, I think you start at 25, I think 26 is our max, and it's either 24 or 25 because when it shrinks,
Oh,
you end up with it allows for the shrinkage.
I see.
When you
Yeah, that seems
wash.
very wide for a tea towel.
But
not
I
if it
think it
shrinks.
ends up being 21 or 22. Does that work?
You've got a
It's at least 2 inches for
Yeah.
shrinkage.
between 10 and 15% in shrinkage you're going to lose. So
And they'll
Good.
wash those you know, with the warmer, I mean, it's not gonna get washed with cold water most likely. At least most people don't for tea towels, I don't think.
I would do the first time with cold water.
Well, yes, but
Yeah, but
I
after
can't,
that, yeah.
I know my kids, I cannot guarantee that those things are gonna get washed like I would do my laundry. I'm just saying. You're not filming, are you?
I am. I am, because you're going to say, I was
Uh-oh.
talking to him about this. What did I say?
Uh-oh.
What did he say?
Uh-oh,
It's
now we're
here.
blackmail, I
Uh-oh.
can see.
No, we're the only one. He's not going to watch it. We're going to watch it.
Okay.
Very good.
Now-
Your mother-in-law said that you don't do your laundry right.
Well, but they would say, in consequence, this I've heard, is that with the newer washing machines, really nobody should be using hot water anymore. It's so their minds may be oriented to using cold water.
Yeah, she might do cold. I know she doesn't use anything with
I
any
am
kind
still oriented to hot water for whites
I know. You're
bleach.
old fashioned.
and bleach.
I understand.
Yeah,
I just
and I
did- I
do
just
cold
did a little-
for almost everything except for towels. That's the only thing. Yeah. Okay. So we can use that
You can.
guide string.
Mhm.
Okay. And we're gonna use this. And then I'm going to need some other, I could use this for my contrasting color, could I? To do the
To do
little
the
ties.
Sure.
Somebody's in a, their maker's in a twist. Okay, now, how many of these do I need to, I'm not sure how many I need to I know I need to do one for the real tight tie. Do I do that with this or do I do that with this? For the real tight, for the bundle tie?
No. What you're gonna use this for is the loop that goes through the least cross or the pori cross.
Okay, but what about for the bundle
The
tie?
the bundle ties. You could probably use this, but
That's pretty
this is
thin.
it's very strong. This is bamboo.
Is it? Okay.
But I like something a little thicker than that.
I learned that these really can't be edited.
Oh, I don't care.
So I'm just
We're-
doing
We're
everything.
family.
Yeah.
It's, you know, it all hangs out.
It would be nice to be able to go back and
Something like this is
Get rid
better
of
for
things.
the ties.
Okay, now I have a question for you. What if I would take this through the cross to begin with and let it dangle down and have it there already? Is that bad? Oh, we don't want it tied through that. Never mind. That was not a question that we need to be asking. That was silly. Okay, so we don't have any cans anywhere, do we? We're just you putting this on the floor or putting it on here. I wonder if it would sit there. That might be kind of cool. And this,
Any old kind of knot.
but if I try to do a slip knot, let me think how that works. Oh, where is Karen when you need her? Is that gonna hold? I don't know, that's pretty flimsy. I better do a square knot. Okay, and this is longer than we did.
I think it'll be better on the floor. The cone.
Would it do here? Would it hold here?
That's a good idea.
we're just put it out there.
It's gonna be, now I'm counting singles here.
Right. So you want 10 singles
Yeah,
or
that's not
20
gonna work.
doubles.
It's really stretching. Oh, bless you. Thank you. Over? I think that's what we're doing. Is that right? Over? I think we're doing over.
It doesn't really matter whether you go over or under.
Oh, that's right. Oh, this thing's contrary.
So it only matters at the top.
But does it matter at the top? You like to go under.
I like to go under.
Is
Yeah,
there?
I guess it doesn't really matter, but
But that's your
Yeah.
style.
just for an efficient way of
That's
of
4.
working.
I know you do it with one, but I'm really fighting this spool. I know you do it with one hand.
Right, you've got 10 here. At this point, I would stop and just move everything back. You've got 5 here, so move them back. And
Okay.
then sort of check, make sure you don't have anything out of place there. And so when you see this, you know you're halfway there to
Okay.
your first bundle.
Okay.
You know, we can try putting it in here.
That's funny. You know what? That is good. That is good.
Try
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Okay, this is my first one. Oh, relief. Okay, now that is one set, so I need to do my thingy. Correct?
Correct,
And I'm tying these right here.
correct.
Okay, so we need this red. So I'm going through here. Wait a minute, what's that guy back there? Is he in the bunch? That must be the very first one.
Mhm.
So, oh, here, that's where he goes. Okay.
I always sort of pull that out. So you've got a
Little loopy.
loopy loop. Yeah.
And this is a square knot, correct?
Mhm.
I know how to do those really well. Okay. So that's one. Now we need to do 6, and the last one we add 3 to.
Correct.
Okay, so this guy's gonna go back behind here. Is that right? So he's
Yes,
out of the road.
Now, can I do a bundle so you can just watch?
I would love for
some-
you
some-
to. Okay,
Just, it
right.
might increase your efficiency.
that's good. That's good. I know you do it with one hand, but when I was doing 2 hands because I was fighting the thing. All right. Wait a minute, let me see where I can see
This is in the
you.
middle. Right,
Okay.
and I'm gonna count out loud, because that's what in my mind, I
Do you
count.
count when you
here.
get down there?
Yeah, so. 1. Push back. Push back. 2. Push back. Push back. 3. Push back. Push back. 4. Five. Push back. Push back. Push back. Push back. 6. Push back. I'm pushing back every other time but here. 7.
Okay. Okay, let's see.
Looks good.
Okay,
The reason I'm always pushing back all the time,
that makes sense.
because if you have a really big warp, when you get out here, you're not gonna have the luxury of being able to spread these out. It's just better to get in the habit of.
And I'd rather not, I mean, I'd rather do multiple bouts as opposed to having them all the way out here unless it's, I'm scared of having that big. I mean, are there longer pegs?
No, you wouldn't want, you wouldn't want to deal with
You'd be
them.
knocking them. Okay. One. Two. Three. 4. Five. Six. Seven. Eight. Nine. Ten.
You picked up some speed on that one.
It's like dancing with the thing. Actually, it is. It's kind of a dance, isn't it? Okay. Now, the trick is not picking up any of the threads from the previous. And I think I did. Let me see. No, okay, we're okay. Excuse my tummy. All right, so that's three.
We're halfway there.
This is pretty tight on here. Am I
Don't
doing too tight?
don't move these all together. Leave them in bundles of 10,
Oh,
because that just helps you keep track. So you know, if the phone rings and you're gone for half an hour, if you come back and say, you can just look here. I've done 3 bundles. You can look here. You can look here, but I find it easier just to leave these in bundles of 10 there.
okay.
So you can
Okay,
come
that
back
good,
and
that's what, good to know. Well, this one you'd have to count 20 is the thing. correct? You'd have to count 20 up here.
Well, you,
Oh,
you,
no.
see, you just
Each
count, you
each
just
is
count,
10,
you
you'd
just
count on
the
top of
bundles,
that, yeah.
And you know that each.
So
each
if
of
you
these
have
bundles-
to,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
could resort to that. This, where did you find this? It's such a
There's
great.
several of those. Those are for the bluebird boxes. It keeps the snakes from going up and eating baby bluebirds.
Oh, man, we need one of those. It's just equipment for weaving. It's
A coffee
perfect.
can. A coffee can.
Perfect. All right. Let's get down to business. 1.2. 3. Didn't count. 4. 5. 'Like that. That was half of 5. Whoops. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 'Need a double count, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. Okay. It's like watching paint dry for you guys.
It's going very quickly.
You want to turn, Karen?
No thanks.
You've already done yours.
Mm-hmm.
Enough is enough. All right. Just checking.
Mm-hmm. How kind.
1. 2. 3. 4. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 'I know why you want to do this under, because it just flows so
Yeah,
much better than
yeah.
trying to do a loopy-loop. It just slow you down. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Woohoo!
+3.
Oh, boogers. What did that do? It just went. Okay, now. Yes, 13. I need to do 13.
Wait. Did you tie this? You realize it would not have been the end of the world. You could do
Might have been.
you could do 40 together and it wouldn't.
But Chris.
But besides that, you would have
OCD,
noticed it pretty
OCD,
quickly.
OCD. Okay, we can do this. Oh, thank you. Thank you, fearless leader. All right. $13 to go. These I can push back, right? It's just this set down here that I need to be mindful of. All right. One. Two. Three. Four. Five. Six. Seven. Eight. Nine.
Okay.
12.
Well, that's as far as you go. That gives you three more. The 10 gave you 20. And 1.5 will give you 23. So when you did
Oh, so
When-
I finish at X.
when you did 11, that gave you 2 more. And then you came back,
Yes.
and then this is your
So when we have uneven, we
uneven.
finish at X.
yeah.
Okay. So now what do I do with the end? I don't remember what to do with the end
You
of
just
this.
you just tie like you did at the beginning.
Oh, okay. So just make a loop. Ooh, easier said than done. Let's see, I need to cut off a piece, don't I? Well, where? Tiny little scissors. Okay. Ooh. What do you do here? Okay, so. Square knot. Okay. Oh, smart. That's why you get the big box.
I used to with odd ones. I've never ended on an odd one down here. I would always go back to the beginning, and then you just have one extra one at the end, and you just have to.
You have a
deal with it.
tail.
Yeah.
Okay, but this is more betterer.
Yeah.
This is more genuine.
This is more genuine. Genuine.
Genuine. Now wait a minute here. Oh, this is the thing. Oh, did I not tie through that bunch? Or did I? Let's see here. This one. Okay. Oh, this is the hardest part.
Yeah,
I think.
it really is. It's very hard for me. to-
Visually.
yeah.
Okay, let me see. Is anybody left out? No? All right. And if somebody was, it wouldn't be the end of the world, right? They're gonna hang in there somehow. But, okay, so now that has that. Do I go ahead and cut off this long end?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Scalpel. Nurse. Okay. I would just throw that on the floor if I was a surgeon. Okay.
Body parts.
Spleen. You got any extras down there? Okay. Oh, that's not part of this video. All right. So now, do I do this?
All right. Remember, you wanted to do those extra 4, so you're gonna do.
Oh yes, I do.
Here, here, here.
Okay, where's that?
Here.
Where's the extra red thread? What did you do with it? Did you put it in your pocket? Here we go. We can use this. All righty. Oh yes. So this, just do the whole wad. I like the idea of this. Easier said than done. Now I can do this with a square knot, correct?
Mhm.
Can I bundle them up, or do I need to keep them all?
You can bundle them up.
Okay, like so. Long as I leave a loop large enough that we can cut through.
Right.
Okay. All right, one down. Time out here at the end, it would be easier. Okay, well, thank you. It's not really bundled up. I guess it's okay.
What's
As
that?
long, it's not, I didn't really bundle that one up.
Oh, it doesn't,
Is that okay?
yeah, it doesn't.
It's as long as they're together, hanging out. Okay, now do I need to clip these ends now? As soon as should I clip the ends off?
If you wanted to,
No big deal, either
no
way.
big deal.
Okay. All right. I think I'm gonna, OCD people have to do this. And hope they don't hit any veins. Okay. Now,
You still need to go through and through.
oh, through, all the way.
Mhm.
That should work relatively smoothly, correct?
Should. Again, leave
A loop.
big loop.
Okay.
Does that loop stay there when you tie it?
Hmm?
Does the loop stay there when she's tying it?
Yeah,
So it's loose on both
yeah.
sides.
That way we can cut it without. Is that what the deal is? That way we can, it has give
Well,
and we can,
It probably is not as important since you did these, because you're going to be able to just slip your release stick in through here. If you didn't have these, you're going to be using this pink thread to manipulate
that's right,
these. You would, you know,
to
to
straighten them up.
hold them up like that. So
Now, are we putting the leaf sticks in while we have it on this baby, or what do you think? Do you want to do it the regular way?
let's tie our ties first, and then see what we want to do.
Now, these are the choke ties that
The
we're
choke
going to do
ties, right,
now.
right.
And you would do those about every meter? Is that what you would do? Or
I-
how do
yeah.
you do usually?
Do one here.
Oh, okay. Okay, and this is the red, this is the thinner
Yeah.
thread. That's probably way too long. Okay, so one at the and nobody else did this, so you're the one. Now, do I need to bring it, probably need to bring it through that little thing. Wonder if I can.
Oh,
Yeah, because he's gonna need to be in that if we,
no, don't do that. That has a potential of, just let this guy flop. This last one.
okay.
Um,
Hey, Anna
Hi,
Mae.
Anna Mae.
Okay. So just through everybody else
yeah.
and wad it up or not?
Doesn't have to be real tight, this one.
Okay, do I leave a pretty big, like a loose?
Yeah,
Is that good?
yeah, that's good.
Okay. All right, so that one is a Chrisism, because I didn't see that in any of the, so we need to remember that one, Karen. It's a Chris special. Okay.
That just makes it easy when you go to cut this, because it leaves these two bundles. You can
And then
just
you're
put your
gonna know that the other one gets cut because it's got a little loop on the end. It's like a dead giveaway. Okay.
tie here, here.
Okay. You're going wild on me. Okay.
you've incorporated your guide string.
Oh, you are, let's just pull this little feller out. How's that? How's that?
Okay, you want to incorporate him in this?
Oh,
in
you
this
do?
job. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you
It's
said,
only
I
back-
thought you
only
said I
back there,
was.
only back
Okay,
there.
okay. So, all right, Karen.
The guide string's going
making
in this
notes.
one?
The guide strings, this little, no, not the guides. Oh, that's what you're talking about. Oh, Chris. Okay, so we do the loopy fella in this batch. All right.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
We're doing the loopy, but I had tied it around the guide strings, which would create an issue.
And for this one, I would go around twice
Oh, I
before
don't
you,
think I've got
you
it
do
big
your,
enough.
your second part of the knot. No,
Oh, around the, yes, I know what you're talking about.
that just holds it in,
one.
in place.
2. Should I have done that down
No,
there?
No. Just tie
Okay.
that one kind of tight.
I'm feeling the burn. All right. Okay, now we do the same
Same here.
situation here. We've got to update our notes, Karen. Now, you did such a good job with all that.
Well, yeah, that's why we're doing this, so
Yeah.
the notes can be updated. And we have a visual, but
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
helping us with the notes.
Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. What did I do? What was I supposed to do there? This and this. I need to wrap it twice before I knot it, correct? Ah. Okay. Now, one must trim one's ends.
This is where I would have done the slip knot,
Oh,
but it's all right. You just got to be careful when you cut this. Not to cut.
you didn't
I,
catch it.
yeah, I forgot.
Okay, now do we do one out here? No, we do one
I
here.
do
This is the
mine,
real tight
yeah.
one.
Yeah, this
This
is the one that needs
is,
to be
this
really
is what
tight.
she's calling a bundle tie for some reason. Now, does this get the pink?
No, I
This
would use
gets
the
the
red.
red. Okay, are we wrapping it around there twice or just?
You could, because it's really good that be
Super
super
secure.
tight, super secure.
Okay, so now I'm gonna,
Loop twice.
yeah,
One.
I forget when I'm supposed to loop it. Okay, that's looped twice, pulled tight.
And now slip knot.
Can I tie it in a bow?
Good.
Otherwise, you may be here till 5:30. Okay. Now, oh, we're gonna try that new.
oh, that. Oh, wow.
I don't see an advantage to putting the leaf sticks through now, because
Let's
it's
not.
just going to get in your.
We've got the,
It's
yeah,
going to
they're
get
just
in
gonna
your
be
way
in
as
the,
you're
as you're
chaining.
chaining.
And
Yeah, I agree.
And
I
if
think
you
it's
had-
very awkward.
yeah,
And she did not do any of these ties. She just simply inserted the leaf sticks. She didn't do
Okay,
any tying,
okay.
and we're good with ties. We've
Yeah.
got multiples. So,
but
okay,
you do
so
want to try the new chaining.
I would like
yeah,
to.
Okay.
now for that, I guess this is gonna get put in there at some point. So I need to
I will
hold it.
hold here. I will
need to hold it
yeah,
here.
I will hold it here.
Okay. Now,
Can you see it okay? You hold it up?
let's see. Wait a minute, see, that's already, okay. So,
No. Go back to where you started.
that's what she's doing. She's doing, am I doing it?
Can't you just grab here? And
So
pull it
that's
through
it?
And pull it through?
No, I think you
No,
have to have
okay.
you have to make a loop to begin
Okay.
with, maybe. Like you do.
Okay.
Ooh,
Easy peasy.
ooh, I like this.
Now, can I put this in now, Chris?
It's just gonna flop around.
The end of it is. Oh, this is sweet. Aww.
The links some people go to, not to learn something new.
Now, oops.
You're okay.
Get back up there. So do I need to? Am I doing this? Is it enough? Is it enough of a
Yep.
chain?
Yep, you're good.
Wait a minute. Here, this has to come through here. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Now I am ready to tie a bow through this. Correct. Through right there. So
Right
it's
there,
separate
yeah.
though. Oh, thank you for holding it. So if I was doing that, Karen, you have to be my partner for life.
Yep.
Wait a minute here. Let's do I do a double? Probably.
Yeah, always on this.
This is called a double slip knot. Karen told me that.
Okay.
All right, so now,
You're ready to insert the leaf sticks. That was quick.
Yeah,
That was
you.
really quick.
okay, so I've got my leaf sticks. Oh, that does make, look,
Yeah.
that is sweet. Okay, so now I untie these little fellas. Oh my gosh,
And then retie. Yeah.
that is really
I'm gonna
smooth.
use that. I'm gonna use this.
Yeah.
I'm not as dumb as I look.
Good research.
What happened down here though? That's not holding, I don't think. Am I gonna have to retie that baby? These are tied with bows, correct? Or with slip knots?
Double slip knots.
Yes, as they are affectionately
This
referred
is a
to.
single slip knot, which is unslipped.
Okay, I'm going to do. Now we leave these apart like a quarter of an inch, is that, or no?
Yeah.
No, wait a minute,
This
let
is
me
where your
see.
block goes.
Oh, now
goes-
yours is double over, yours is crisscrossed, isn't it?
Yeah,
Does it need to be?
it doesn't matter.
Okay, so I saw you double that, so I will do that. And then I will do my favorite double slip knot, also known as a hoka, as opposed to a Birkenstock. Okay. I'm all right.
Okay.
Okay, so
Ta-da.
You've just wound your warp. What are you going to use for weft?
well, there is a bright gold that I have at home. I didn't look at the count or the.
All right, this is 3-2,
This is 5-2.
5-2, which is
Can I
5-2
double
is,
it?
yeah, 5-2 is smaller than 3,
Right,
2.
can I double it? I
You-
like
you-
that,
you
kinda
could.
like those two.
So the
then
gold,
the
the
gold
gold,
and
and,
this.
yeah. It's gonna be the two of them together. 5 plus 5
It's gonna be a
makes
little
a 2,
fat,
is a 2.5, as opposed to a 3.
yeah.
But I don't think it's gonna make any difference.
Well, I'll mess with it.
Yeah,
If it looks
yeah.
bad, then we'll
Yeah.
go some
Yeah,
other
this
route.
is your chance to play,
Play.
because you know, you can mix a 5-2 with a 10-2, and maybe that will be
Oh,
that'll give
so
you,
wind the two together on a spool?
yeah, yeah.
Oh. Or wind it with whatever that gold is that I've got at the house. It's a really bright,
Yeah, just put your
Brass.
2 cones down,
and
get
just
2
wind
ends,
it
and just
like I
wind-
did
wind-
with the
wind-
blue and the green. You
wind it
haven't
to-
seen that yet because I still haven't. Okay,
Now the fun starts.
how far are you on yours? Have you woven? Have you done some weaving?
I'm getting ready to start the pattern. I've done
Okay.
the
Now,
tabby.
I'm hoping I can put this on. I don't know if I can do it on the beam by myself or not. With
I'll
the
come
with
over.
the videos that we probably. Are you going to come over? And,
Sure,
Okay.
I'll send you the video
Okay.
right away.
Well, just put it on your YouTube because
Yeah,
I can get
yeah.
that real easily. I
Okay.
have your YouTube on my saved on my bookmarks.
Okay, good.
We're leaving for North Carolina on Wednesday,
Okay.
if there's anything